Hello and welcome to another episode of the FullTime 15 Podcast. This week we are reviewing match day number 11, where obviously Arsenal drop points away at Sunderland. We'll be touching upon the big Super Sunday clash, Liverpool, Man City, and then, going around the grounds for a quick review of all the fixtures. So stay tuned for that. But today, as always, joined by my co-host Robin. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. First day on parental leave actually, so it's a new
Oh,
experience
oh.
for me. Um,
Such your
well,
routine yet?
not really. I have some plans in my mind, but we'll see how that pans out. Um, no, but anyway, it's always good to you can pay a little bit more attention to the podcast, maybe
hmm
focus a little bit more on that. So it's all good. How are you?
Perfect, mate. Yeah, yeah. All good
Lovely,
on this
lovely, lovely.
end.
We need to get going, really. So,
Yeah, sure.
first off,
Crack on, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
oh,
You
mate.
didn't keep it,
Okay.
good, yeah.
Tottenham, Manchester United.
Tottenham Man United early kickoff.
Yeah, it was the lunchtime
Belter,
kickoff.
mate. Belter of a game to kick us off. And did you
Didn't we
see?
say that both to score? I think we
I
had
can
a
tell you
goal
right now.
first.
I can tell you right now, mate. We had. I had 1-1, and you had 3-2 Spurs. So yeah,
Yeah, close enough then. Yeah,
close enough.
perfect.
Uh,
Uh,
what an end to the game, by the way.
yeah, quite the expected result, I'd say. As you can see on our predictions before that, but
hmm
it was 2-2 in a dramatic fashion.
Talking about dramatic fashion, mate. This is one thing I see with the goal. Richarlison made it 2-1, and he wasn't 100% sure that he was onside in terms of he was well onside, obviously. But where he was stood, he wasn't really, I don't think he was aware that there was a player behind him, kind of just coming out. He's wheeled away, obviously taking his shirt off, throwing it on the ground and nearly in tears, obviously, right? He's a very emotional guy, to be fair to him. But there was still 5 minutes to play. I'm all for this show of, celebration, shall we say. But there was a chance he could have been offside. Obviously, he was well onside. It was never a debate. But in that moment where he's clipped it in, he's in line with the defense. And obviously, it turned out there was a guy behind him, right? But you have to be categorically sure you're going to win that game and see out the remaining 5 minutes.
That reminded me of when he celebrated against Liverpool. Was that last season or like 2 seasons ago or something?
Yeah,
And they fucking went on to lose, I think.
yeah. I can't remember the exact game, but I remember exactly that he did that.
Yeah, so basically the same thing
Hasn't
happened
learned.
now.
Hasn't learned his lesson, and he's fucked it again. But yeah, you have to be absolutely sure. In today's game, where you have VAR and fucking the slightest of
Hmm.
of bloody millimeters is going to be offside and all that stuff, and you've got to be sure you see
But
out.
that's not. Yeah, I hope that's not gonna be an issue though, because you kind of, you want to celebrate in the moment, and
Oh
we
yeah,
can't just hold back our feelings, whenever we score, just to wait for the fucking VAR to decide whether it's a goal or not.
100%. And exactly, you made a like perfect point. It's easy to sit here and say that now because obviously they ended up drawing the game, um, you know. But it's
Yeah,
just
but whenever you score a goal, overall, and
yeah.
then
But
you
then
should fucking
okay,
celebrate. But then, well,
well yes, I completely agree. But it's, on the same hand, then there's some kind of celebration police in terms of like when Paulinho equalised in the last minute against Wolves to
hmm,
draw 1-1, I think it was. He
hmm.
was shirt off into the crowd, fucking loving it, and the rest of his teammates were at the centre circle waiting to kind of kick off again because they wanted to win the game, obviously. But he was just like in a state of euphoria,
Yeah,
scoring a goal. So then they have a.
I've never been in the exact same situation, scoring in the Premier League, So,
I don't think we have, mate.
uh,
Yeah, I think,
well, close, but not really there though.
but it's nice.
Uh,
It's nice to have a
but
little.
it's so I can't really imagine. It must be. It must be such a feeling, just to score a
Must
last minute, whatever, But I don't want to take the emotion out of the game, so please do celebrate. But then, Yeah,
Just make sure you win the fucking like if you're celebrating the winner, make sure it is the winner, not
yeah.
that's what I mean. Like
Stop wasting your energy on, that's, both time consuming, which will render in even more, injury time, so to speak, and then also it's yeah, energy consuming, if you want to say that. So maybe you should put the energy, channel it a little bit more to fucking keep, you know, don't concede now in the last couple of minutes. Focus on that. Celebrate with your fans afterwards. If you have now, scored the late winner. In Richarlison's case,
it
I
sounds
mean,
like you've done a 180 in the last 30
no,
seconds,
no, but
just
I'm just trying to look at it,
playing
from both
devil's advocate.
sides.
No, okay, yeah, yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair
Right.
enough.
Anyway, 2-2. Good
There's my
results.
2-2, mate.
Yep. Right.
Beautiful.
Everton Fulham.
Everton Fulham. Now,
Yes.
this this was a big one. Everton
Mhm.
home win was on the cards. You, for whatever reason, didn't tip it in your streak
Yeah,
tipster,
that is.
which was
I have
bizarre.
absolutely no. I don't know what to say for myself, really. Just fucking leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it.
But
Okay,
but but
so
let me save you. Let me save you the embarrassment here because you did actually tip them to win 1-0 in our own private little tips we've got here or predictions we've got going on. So you picked up a point there. I went 1-1, so I
mm,
didn't pick up a point obviously. Um so yeah, don't be too hard on yourself, mate.
it
You
was just
did.
so weird.
Yeah,
Fuck did I get
it
that
is.
from?
Because I'm
Because
fairly
we
certain when we
we
were
we were
speaking.
we were on it in the last podcast, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
in the preview, and I told you about the results for Everton, in the recent results.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so are they really dipping in form? Well, yeah, maybe if you look at just the results on paper, but then
Hmm.
you have a look. They had played Sunderland, who are doing quite well at the moment. They've been for from since the start of the season. So um, Manchester City, I think it was, and also who was that? It was like a third really good. Was it Tottenham? Maybe. Yeah, they played Tottenham,
Tottenham, yeah, they lost
Manchester
3-0
City, and
home.
Sunderland. So
Yeah.
uh, they've been doing okay. Still, even though they just got the 1 point, but looking
Hmm.
at the opposition, it's not. It didn't come at the right time for Everton. So playing now Fulham at home, and at home is where Everton should be taking the 3 points, for them.
Yep.
So yeah, this match though, this came at the right time for Everton, and I think they are still up for Europe. Seventh, I
It's
think
just it's
I
just so
predicted them.
yeah, but I think all you need to do is put together a couple of wins and you're banging in the European shouts because from
Oh yeah,
third
yeah.
to down to like 13th, I think is a
Hmm.
separation of 4 or 5 points.
So that's what we love. Yeah, perfect.
So yeah, it's up for the fight if they can sustain a bit of consistency, I suppose.
Yeah, and now the international break coming up. Perfect win for Everton there to get that just before it. So yeah, 2-0. Not much, not much more to speak of there really. Not for me anyway.
No, no, not for me either.
Lovely, jubbly. Moving on then.
I'm just trying to see what they're playing next week, as in after the international break.
Monday game maybe.
There isn't. They're not lit. Who are they playing?
Will be a midweek. No,
Oh,
not
they've got
straight
Monday
after.
game, so they're not playing.
There
Why the fuck are they not playing? Sorry, mate. This is critical. Yeah, it's a Monday night game. Man United away.
you go. Really interesting then. Yeah.
Be a big game that one.
Right. Yep. Anyway, West Ham Burnley 3-2.
Oh, corker of a game. Corker of a game. We both went 2-0 here for West Ham, so both expected a home win.
Mm.
Fairly comfortable after a bit of a dodgy start for West Ham. Uh,
I noticed that Kyle Walker Peters scored,
yeah,
and then so I had a look, and he must be like 36 now or something. I looked at it; he's fucking 28, but he's been around forever.
he's been around
Feels
for
like.
since the inception of the Premier League. It feels like he's been around for
No, but seriously, he's
donkey's years.
28. Like,
Yeah,
okay, well, at least a couple of years over 30, I thought, but
yeah, yeah.
anyway, so there you go. It's
Still making it happen.
that's good.
Yeah, big, big,
Anyway,
big win
so
for them.
mhm. Yeah, taking positives from the Newcastle game they had last weekend at home as well. That was a massive one for them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Use it as a
Um,
springboard, I guess. I mean, they're keeping themselves in it now. Obviously, you got Forest just down there as well, who picked up a win. We'll get onto in a little bit, but it's very, very bunched there. One win from them, and they could be as high as kind of 13th, 14th now. So massive kind of change in, I guess, mentality in terms of mood around the place as well. Obviously,
yeah,
going
of
off
course.
the international break now. I think it comes at a good time for them. Obviously, they're in a bit of a rhythm, winning two games on the spin, but at the same time, it's like it's been fast, it's been ferocious. Two big games, two
Yeah,
wins.
no, no, good.
Let's regroup, focus because they obviously conceded twice to Burnley, conceded against Newcastle.
Mm.
But yeah, it's positive. They got Bournemouth away next. That'll be a very tough game for them. Might be
It'll be interesting, seeing them playing away from them now in the comfort of their own home. They
mhm.
racked up two wins, but we've been on that before, and West Ham playing at home, they are the worst, seriously. And so I googled it, and do you know when they took two consecutive home wins?
The last time
Yeah,
at their new stadium, new in inverted air quotes, the London Stadium.
it's just
Or
at home, really. But yeah,
oh, is it worse? Is it worse?
no, it's
Okay,
not. But it
okay.
was still just at home.
Last season,
Last season, yeah, it was last season,
uh, at the start of last season.
October 24.
Fucking hell, a year.
So even though we haven't really checked the facts before that, it was just a gut feeling because it feels like they fucking never win at home.
Yeah.
And so there you go. Boom. Moving
Wow.
on.
Wow. No, no. Wow.
No, it is good.
It's
For us.
impressive.
When did that happen last? You think that might be a rhetorical question, but no, it was in October 24.
Fair point.
Yeah, right. Anyway, good for them then.
Yeah, something to build on, certainly. Here's my question to you then. I'll tell you who they're playing in game week 13. Will they make it three wins on the spin? They're at home, Super Sunday to Liverpool.
Oh, mate, really?
Yeah. Do they make it three home wins on
Didn't
the trot?
yeah, didn't you say they played Bournemouth away?
Yes. So their next home game, which is
The
what we're
next home. Okay,
discussing.
sorry. All right, okay. Well, it's that might actually depend on the Bournemouth away game then. Now, if they can perform there, well there, and not lose at least,
Hmm.
then they'll come into the Liverpool game with high hopes.
Hmm.
So it's a little something there, a little nugget for us to explore in the next couple of weeks. Then,
Absolutely, because then I'll be asking the question for your research to be tapping into the last time they won three times at home in a row.
yeah, right. January of 81, I think.
That's
Hmm.
no
No,
shot.
right. Moving on then to the Sunday Arsenal game, 2-2 that finished.
Yes.
I've seen the highlights, just the highlights. So
Oh,
I imagine you watched it in its entirety. So what are your
yeah.
thoughts?
I actually went to the pub, watched it with a mate of mine. Uh,
Lovely.
Bit of grub, a few beers.
Hmm.
was good. We had a table to our right who must have been about 15 guys that were on for 13 right in League Tipset.
Oh yeah.
They got the Arsenal result right, and then they got obviously the Chelsea result right as well. But they were celebrating, but there was 15 of them, so they must put in like fucking loads every weekend, like £100
So
each or something.
yeah, okay. So 15 people they were together, like
Together in it, yeah, yeah. They were chanting,
having the bet together.
yeah, yeah, Tretton Ret, blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Do you know what the
but
outcome
anyway,
was? Do you
I
know?
digress.
Do you know what the payout was?
Yeah, I don't think it was actually. I think it was only about 9,000 to be honest for 13.
Yeah,
I don't think it was great.
you. It's not great.
No,
Uh,
no, I mean like,
you divide.
I don't, I don't mean it was 9,000. I don't think that's good. I meant like I
Oh,
don't know if it was actually nine exactly. I
it was. It
just remember
was
it not
like
being good.
somewhere between 9 cents. So you
Yeah,
divide that
which is
into 15,
horrendous.
and yeah,
Anyway,
it's
where were we?
well,
Tretton, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Digressing a little bit there.
yeah.
So Sunday night, so you saw the whole game, and I just saw the highlights. So I want to hear your thoughts.
Uh, first of all, very, very impressed with Sunderland in terms
Again,
of the way, they set up, the way that they were, every ball, every second ball they were there. Didn't allow us to get in too much of a rhythm. We did get into a rhythm. It wasn't a bad performance by any stretch of the imagination. It wasn't a great performance. But when you go 2-1 up, and you're seeing out the game, you expect to win the game. You expect to see out the game with the defensive structure we have and the defensive strength we have. So it was disappointing. I'm very critical of David Raya in goal for the second goal, especially.
yeah, I saw that. It was a little bit of a weird goal there.
If he
It's
stays
what
on his
happened.
line, he just catches the bloody thing. Try he like comes out and he kind of tries to catch it, but instead of just coming
Hmm.
out and punching it, if he had come out, arm stretched out and punched it, he would have cleared it. Um,
But
so
that's yeah, he's not been doing so much work lately, so a little bit rusty.
that's what I mean. Like he put in a petition to work from home last week. So um, honestly, it's one of those things where we're not going to go through the season where we're conceding or not conceding, I should say. Um,
Exactly.
we are conceding goals. We are gonna concede more. People talk about this Chelsea record of 13 goals conceded or 15 or whatever the bloody whatever it is.
15.
It ain't that that's not and that record is gonna stay for a long, long time. So I'm in a way I'm kind of glad in that sense where people can stop talking about it and stop because
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
building it up and building it up and that becomes the main focus of well, we've conceded. Well, what the fuck happens now? Like,
Hmm.
how do they react to that? Well, we have conceded now, so let's forget about the fucking Chelsea.
I've given that some thoughts actually, and if you want to concede, then well, this was a good time to concede. With the international break coming up, I really want to stress that as well. So
Mm.
it was a good time because to concede if there is any good time to do that. So time to reflect a little bit. Um, so
100%.
I mean, it's not too bad actually. Really close to win the game as well. Fucking
Yeah.
hell, that,
And
that 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 chance, man. And so we need to focus on that. So we conceded. Why did that happen? How did it happen? Whatever.
yeah.
Just go through that now, and then
Oh, they
look
fuck
at
yeah, I'll tell you, will mate.
look at how
Yeah.
look at fucking how close we were of winning the game instead of focusing on okay, we considered to, but yeah. And you just said that it wasn't a great performance. Uh, that means we're close of winning anyway
Yeah, yeah. We, you know,
against a really high Sunderland. So
mm.
it's still very very good.
It is. It is very, very good because I think when you look back at the end of the season, that'll go down as a good point as opposed to two drop points.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the grand scheme of things. Also, it's you mentioned obviously the chance at the end where Marino, a couple of yards out and Ballard makes an unbelievable block.
Mm.
It's the fine margins again, but on the same hand, it's one of those things where we spoke a couple of weeks ago where Liverpool are in their little bit of a rut before the international break, and they've got a game against Man United coming up as the first one back. You couldn't have asked for probably a better game for them to have scheduled
Absolutely.
to get up for
Right.
it. And I
Mm.
think it's very similar here to Arsenal. You couldn't have asked for a better game from an Arsenal perspective to be, the boys are chomping at the bit to play again because they've dropped points. Going into that, it's now the North London derby, straight
Mm.
off the back of the international break, and it'll be all eyes on that kind of thing after a couple of internationals at home, which is
Mm.
perfect. If it was away, I'd be kind of a bit more, oh, okay,
Mm.
you'd be kind of,
Even
ooh.
though been on that
Even though
before
we've
as
been
well.
critical of their home form, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Tottenham, yeah,
yeah.
it's still an away game though, and it's
It's a
well
different
now
kettle of fish, though.
it isn't, but ifs and buts, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Can
No, yeah. So anyway, yeah, moving on to well, Chelsea now, I suppose, and
I just ask you one more, like two more things actually
oh,
about
okay, yeah, yeah.
The Arsenal game? What are your thoughts on Sunday moving the advertisement boards sort of thing?
Do
Uh,
whatever you can to win a game of
exactly
football.
my thoughts. Seriously, so that's fine with me. Just a smart
Yeah.
thing to do, really. Unfazed by it.
I,
Uh,
I genuinely,
just
I
yeah,
don't
smart.
think. Yeah, yeah, I genuinely don't think it's a massive thing for us to deal with anyway because we're not. If you look at the statistics of everyone in the Premier League, we're kind of mid-table for throwing the ball into the box from, like long throw-ins, launching it into the box. So
Yeah,
it's not
that struck me as well. Actually, because I thought it was corners.
exactly.
Yeah,
The
I
corners
thought it
is the
was
one we're
fucking
dangerous
corners. We
from.
were. Yeah, exactly.
So maybe they moved them a little bit closer for the corner so he couldn't have a big run up on his corner kick. I don't know, but
Mm.
either way, not phased by that in the slightest. They do whatever they could have it on the fucking, on the literally on the touchline if they wanted to, if that's what
In
they,
yeah, in the middle
you
of
know
the
what I
pitch.
mean.
Yeah,
I don't mind it
sure.
because no offense to Sunderland, I don't mean any disrespect by this, but they're a smaller club
Mm.
going into the game, and you try and get any margin you can to win a game of football. And listen, if we're playing Brentford at the Emirates and they've got Coyote who can fucking zing the ball in flat,
Mm.
like a rocket, or let's go 10, 15 years ago and Rory Delap was taking a piss with his throw-ins from God knows where.
Yeah, I remember that. That's where it all started for me.
Yeah,
Fucking
I'll be saying
turning
we
into
need to move
Crouch.
the fucking the sponsorship fucking signs right at the side of the pitch as well. I want us to get every marginal gain we can to
Yeah,
win a
and
game of football, and they
they
can as
were
well.
within their rights, so it's not really much to speak of.
No, exactly. I couldn't
Do
give a
whatever.
toss, to be fair. Let them do as long as within the laws of the game, which I don't think there is a rule on that anyway. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
One rule that they broke, I think, though, was the that the keeper kept it for more than 8 seconds. It didn't render in a corner for Arsenal for right at the end there, I
Saw
think.
that. Yeah, I saw that. That was
At
right
least
near the
10
end of the
seconds, like
game.
11 seconds or something.
Yeah, it
So
wasn't it.
isn't that like the that's you should be able to ask for the referees to be able to count to eight at least. Isn't that like this
This.
is what you learn in kindergarten, mate, or even fucking before go to school. You count to eight.
This is the point. When that rule came into force, and they said goalkeepers have 8 seconds, otherwise it'll be a corner to the other team. People literally said they will do this for a few weeks and then it will fizzle out because there is a current rule. Before this came into effect, there
Mm.
is a current rule where a goalkeeper can only hold the ball for 6 seconds and that
Mm.
never gets fucking,
Yeah, nobody gives a shit anymore.
no one gives a shit.
Yeah, but it's
Same thing
also
here now.
yeah.
8 seconds. They don't give a shit if it goes longer. Now, if he's taking 12, 13, he'll just blow his whistle and give a corner because he's taking a piss. The
Mm.
goalkeeper on the weekend, it was 11 seconds, whatever it was. That was a situation where you could easily give a corner in that scenario because he's looking to play. He's not played it. He's not played it. He's turned around and then he's decided he's going to just fucking boot up the pitch after 11 seconds. That's not
Yeah.
close to eight. That's not giving the benefit of the doubt. in terms of the little bit of
Absolutely
leeway.
not.
Do you
Absolutely
know what I
not.
mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. What I
So
heard though as well, like people are saying, uh, well, the there were loads of players still inside the box, so that rule doesn't apply until the players are out of the box. So what the fuck is that? What you on about? Are
no,
you absolutely mental?
no. The rule is when the goalkeeper has the ball in his possession.
Yeah,
So when he's in
exactly,
control of the
exactly
ball.
my point. So that's wherever the other players are, we don't. It doesn't. It doesn't matter anyway. So that's that
No,
anyway.
as
Yeah,
long as the players are not in impeding him, as long as he's, and
yeah,
they
and
weren't.
they yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, listen, it bears no, on the outcome of the game. Obviously, it could have done because it's a corner and we're very good at fucking corners.
Exactly.
But it's not to blame the referee or anything like that. It's kind of mental. But we're going to get onto a few refereeing decisions in a minute, I think. So
Mhm.
yeah, let's move
Yeah,
swiftly on before we lose it.
right. Chelsea Wolverhampton and 3-0. I didn't think we didn't call it, result wise exactly, but we did expect the Chelsea win, didn't we?
Uh, what did we have for the results for Chelsea Wolves? Yeah, Chelsea
We
had.
were talking about a potential manager bounce basically for Wolverhampton, but it wouldn't really apply because they haven't.
Well, yeah, we were. I think we discussed a fact that they kind of had nothing to lose mentality as
Yeah,
opposed
yeah,
to.
exactly. But we still expected a Chelsea win,
Yeah,
not a 3-0 one, necessarily, but
I stupidly thought the Wolves would
it's
score, mate. I went 3-1 and you went 1-1. So we
yeah,
both of
yeah.
us thought they'd score, which was kind
But
of
it's nice that because we need to be unique in our predictions.
yeah, very much so, very much so.
Yeah. 0-0 at half time though.
Yes,
I noticed, and
yes.
but it looked, looking at the statistics, it was just a matter of time really for Chelsea to score. Do you know what the XG was?
Overall,
Hmm.
uh, do I know, or are you asking me to
I'm
tell you?
asking you.
To tell you, or are
I'm
you
asking you
asking
if
me?
do you know?
Yes.
Because I know.
Okay, so you were asking me. I'm going to
Yeah,
pretend I don't know, and I'm going to think it was probably about three something.
yeah. 331 for Chelsea to point 17,
To
and
point
that's
17.
yeah.
Okay.
8-0 shots on goal.
Okay.
So a matter of time that is just a matter of
Yeah,
time.
but
Like,
yeah, but on the same hand, there wasn't. I mean, I was obviously by this point just having a few beers and chatting to my mate. Obviously, the
mm,
game was on and we were watching the game, but I
watching
don't.
this.
Yeah, I don't remember too many massive chances that Chelsea missed
Mm.
in that first half. Now, maybe there were some huge chances that they did miss, but I don't think
But
so.
331 should tell you something. I don't know how the goals came about, and so as you would as you like to put it, they get a bit skewed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I'm just looking at the stats now, and there was only one big chance for Chelsea in the first half,
Okay.
and there were five big chances in the second half, and
Mm.
2.3 XG in the second half. Obviously, um, you know, some of the goals were not easy goals by any means, but from not far out. So Gusto's goal, for example,
Mm.
would have had a high XG, not percentage, statistical value,
Yeah, yeah.
for example, and things like that. But yeah,
Yeah, we
Wolves are
can't really
okay first
look at
half.
that too much. It's just when it's such a difference, then that just tells you something. If you haven't watched the game, it's quite clear who were the better team. So yeah,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
can expect it, right? So yeah, 3-0 Chelsea. Nobody expected anything else really.
No,
So
no,
yeah.
but the, no one did expect anything differently. But it's the one of the things that really got me fucking annoyed watching it was the level or the standard of refereeing in England now is just that for me at an all-time low. Um, and
Something in particular happened in this game.
Yeah, well, Wolves were breaking through, and I can't remember who the player was, and I can't remember who the Chelsea players were around him, but it might have been Caicedo, let's say, chasing down this fella. Well, no, it was Fofana. Sorry, I remember now. Fofana was chasing down this Wolves player, and he was
Mm,
breaking in towards the box, edge of the box, so it wasn't a penalty or anything like that. But he gets shoved from behind,
mm,
and he's obviously met by a Chelsea player who he bundles into because he's been pushed from behind and like collides with this Chelsea player. The ref takes about, I don't know, a second to decide that the Wolves player's committed the foul, even though he was pushed by Fafana into
yeah.
this player and he's give it the other way. And it was just like, that is the most obvious free kick to Wolves. The referee was within five, I'll give him 10 yards grace of the situation, right on top of it. And he still manages to decide that it's the Wolves player at fault. The Wolves player's in no control of his body because he's been
Mm,
pushed,
mhm.
and obviously takes out the Chelsea player. That's obviously a free kick in itself if he takes out the Chelsea player in if he's in control of his body, obviously. But he was pushed and he gave it to a free kick to Chelsea, and I was just like, that's no reflection on the game. They weren't going to win the game because of that or anything, but it's just the standards of ref. That's a basic decision that they get wrong, and it leads into other sort of games and decisions. And there's going to be a couple of decisions we'll get onto in a little bit where the referee's made a decision and VAR's for them to change it or whatever. I just don't think the standard of refereeing right now is very high, and it's starting to get very fucking frustrating, to be honest. That they're ruining games. He didn't ruin this game because of that decision, but in the bigger decisions, they are ruining games, and we'll get onto that in a little bit. But it's just pissing me off, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I can't agree more. It's just VAR should be. This was the point of having VAR from the start, so we wouldn't have these weird fucking decisions really. But yeah, did you do you know if VAR went through it at all? They
No,
did
no,
probably
because it
look at it, but they
no
well
because
the
because
ultimate
it wasn't
decision
in the
stood.
penalty area. It would have just been a random free kick, so it wasn't worth VAR looking at.
Mm.
But in that whole process in itself, the VAR is an issue in terms of, we can spend a fucking whole podcast on this, but the VAR is an issue in terms of who is operating it. It's not VAR. There's people say VAR needs to go. That's not the
Mm.
answer to this. It's the people that are fucking operating it that are
So
the
exactly.
issue.
So yeah,
Do you know what I mean? That
exactly.
is.
Yeah, that's been my point forever as well. I mean, the
Oh,
VAR is perfect, but it's the people operating it basically.
yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
But we'll touch upon this in a few moments anyway. But yeah, Chelsea won 3-0. Up to third in the Premier League now, 6 points behind Arsenal.
mm.
Thoughts on them challenging for the title from here?
uh,
They
no,
they
they won't.
do. Obviously, it is Arsenal Chelsea or Chelsea Arsenal in you know after the next game week. So game week 13. If
Yeah,
Arsenal don't
yeah,
beat
but it's
Spurs, that becomes a huge game. Well, it's a
if some
huge game
buts.
anyway.
Yeah,
Of course, but
yeah. But anyway, it's no, they're not a total challenger for me. Yeah, Europe maybe they fucking fight Everton about it. So that's
oh, fucking hell.
finishing seventh maybe. No, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we've been talking about Chelsea as well in earlier podcasts, and I yeah we were on especially Chelsea especially with the because they have so many different type of players. Who's the captain? Who's the leader? Who's the fucking main man in there? And so
Hmm.
it doesn't feel like they know it themselves. So I don't know. In the long run, it's good to have loads of players, but it just feels to me that they are all over the fucking place.
Mm.
Because even though I look at their squad, I look at the games, bits and pieces. I can't really see uh, what are their starting 11, for instance, where what are their ideas of moving forward? Offensively, do they have any uh, attacking? Like, what are their plans? What are their? I don't know. I can't see it.
Hmm.
They're going into every game fucking randomly. Feels like.
Yeah.
I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just my feeling. So yeah, in the long run, I don't think that will uh, be good enough for Chelsea. So sixth, seventh, maybe
Sixth. Okay. Yeah.
somewhere there. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. Right. Moving on to the Sunday,
Sunday games
shall
now.
we?
Yeah.
Aston Villa, Bournemouth.
Aston Villa, Bournemouth. Lovely. Again, this for me, very quickly, refereeing, in my opinion, mistake. For the didn't turn out to ruin the game in the end because
Hmm.
Villa went on to win the game 4-0. But when Dia put West Ham when Dia put Villa 1-0 up, lovely free kick, great finish. But Jimenez was the last man, and he took out. I think it was Buendia. Or he took out. I think it was actually Buendia. Whoever it was that he took out anyway. He was last man. Yes, there was a Bournemouth player within kind of close proximity, but the ball was already past that player, and the Villa player, if it was Buendia, was through on goal, and he's just no intention of playing the ball, and he's just pulled him or pushed him to the floor, and it just a yellow card. So and there's a VAR process there. Obviously, they're going to say we're going with the on-field decision. It's not a clear and obvious error
Yeah.
because the bar is fucking high to overturn things. Is what they say when they never overturn it. But then when they do fucking overturn it, it's like, well, that was a clear and obvious error. We have to make. It's a load of old shite. But anyway, Villa, good value for the win. Obviously, great free kick from Buendia. Into over the wall into the back of net. Keeper had no chance. Your mate Emi Martinez saved the penalty as well from Semedo.
That's what happens when
Semenyo
you
even.
don't. That's what happens, man, when you don't put Marco Bizot in goal. You should have said it.
I'm waiting for the day that he
They
gets his
would have
chance.
saved it. Oh, mate, yeah, me too. Marco Bizot.
Give him his chance. Give him
About
his
4-0
flowers.
Aston Villa. I guess they successfully stopped Semenyo. I noticed that he missed a penalty as well. So
They did. He
yeah,
yes.
4-0 a little much, perhaps. Aston Villa to win. That's not an upset by any means. And
Hmm.
would have they lost as well, like a narrow Bournemouth win, that wouldn't be weird either. So, but 4-0 seems a little much. Nothing that I expected, at least. At
Yeah.
least about Bournemouth.
Yeah.
When was the last time they conceded four? I don't know. Three against Crystal Palace the other week. I remember, but
3 against City as well.
hmm,
Um yeah.
yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, but it's a perfect response from Villa as well. Obviously after the Anfield blip,
Yeah,
if that's what you want to call it. Back to winning ways, up to sixth in the Premier League now, going along nicely. Um, so yeah,
isn't it? Is it there? Just exactly that. Fifth, sixth actually is where Unai Emery gets his teams.
six
Where
is six is his
that's
number.
his
Yeah,
spot. That is his spot. Feels like it's just not low, not higher, and it doesn't
wherever the
really matter.
Europa League is, you'll find him.
It's so weird.
That is his level.
Yeah, right.
That's his
Perfect.
preferred
Good
fucking.
on them.
Yeah,
Moving on
absolutely.
to then Brentford Newcastle. Newcastle again lost 3-1, and we called it exactly 3-1 Brentford.
Yeah,
Um,
you fucking pissed me off with that one, to be honest. Uh,
Lovely. Go on.
yeah, sat there. I was just you know totting things up. I was like, okay, let's just have a quick look at how the predictions are going. Okay, at this moment in time, it's 2-1 Brentford. I had 2-1 Brentford. You had 3-1.
Mm.
And there was
I
11
remember now.
minutes of added time. And I thought to myself, this is going to be a problem because should they score, you at the time the score was 5-2, okay, to me.
Hmm.
So plus the three for Brentford winning 2-1, game over, doesn't matter about the last game, okay. They then scored, make it 3-1, that suddenly swings it to 6-5 in the standings. The only way
Hmm.
you win is in the last game. Man City have to beat Liverpool 3-0. I thought, I went 4-1, so I was like, oh, okay, so it's a possibility. But at the same time, I was like, well, I expect Liverpool should score, right? And they fucking did score a perfectly good goal, but we'll get on to that in a minute. Yeah, so just shattered, mate, to be honest with you. That was 11
Perfectly
minutes.
good goal. No, they didn't.
Are you having a fucking laugh?
That was offside.
Fuck off.
How is that not offside?
Yes, he's offside in the positional sense where he has stood. He's not impacted anyone.
It did though.
Oh, oh,
Anyway,
oh.
Brentford Newcastle. Let's pay some respect to this game first and
Let's do that.
foremost.
Let's respect this game and let's pick that back
Yeah,
up in a minute because you're talking
Brentford
shite.
now proving us again to be a very tricky opponent, much better than we expected. Going into the season, it's fucking them and Sunderland. They are still surprising me with their results.
Yes,
But in fairness, Burn got sent off. I haven't seen the situation, but
I have, mate.
and they also Pope got subbed for Ramsdale. What happened there?
Yeah, but I didn't actually.
Injury or
Well, that's the thing. I didn't see because he got subbed on the penalty, so just before the penalty. So, and
Mhm.
in my mind, if you're bringing on Ramsdale to save a fucking penalty, you've got a screw loose in your fucking head, pal. Because I remember at Arsenal, he couldn't save penalty, save his fucking life,
Yeah.
for a long time. And now maybe he's hey, listen, maybe he's a penalty king in training at fucking Newcastle. I ain't got a clue, but either way, yeah, they subbed Pope. I guess he's injured.
Yeah.
Would make sense, but at the same time, yeah, I can't see them bringing on Ramsdale for a penalty. But to your point about Burn getting sent off, in the first instance of Dan Burn, he fouled. I can't. Do you know the Brentford player that used to play for Bournemouth? How you pronounce his name?
Um, no. Who? Let's have a
Yeah.
look.
Ooh, it starts like that. Ooh. Uatara.
Oh, okay. No, okay. So yeah, I see it. Brentford now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So anyway, he takes a ball past Dan Burn. Dan Burn clips him, right? And Uatara goes down like the Superman dive, where they just fling the legs back, goes forward, and the ref booked him for diving, even though there's contact uh with there's no contact on the ball, there's just contact on Uatara or whatever. Obviously takes 3-4 minutes, whatever it is, goes to VAR. VAR decides that the decision's correct, booking him for diving, which I thought is fucking weird and odd, consider all things considered.
Hmm.
When they talk about, contact and things like that over the past couple of weeks. But nevertheless. And then about fucking, I don't know, 10 minutes later, Burn does exactly the same thing. Owatara goes past him and Burn. And this time, in Burn's defense, I don't think there was much contact, but the ref gives the penalty this time. Obviously, VAR confirmed, yeah, penalty. Second yellow card for Burn, and he's off.
Yeah.
But I just felt he was lucky in the first instance and probably unlucky. So it balanced out.
Sure.
But at the same time, in my opinion, both decisions were incorrect.
Hmm.
But the VAR was there and they were like, yep, both decisions you've got spot
So
on.
yeah, so it comes down to the consistency of the referee of the referees again, and it comes down to whether VAR see it as clear and obvious or not. Is it clear and obvious? Yes or no? Then you change the decision, or the other way around, really. But
I don't understand how you can say somebody has dived if he has clipped him and he's gone down.
mm,
He hasn't taken any steps. It's not like he's been clipped and then he's gone a step or two and then gone down. He's been clipped and on
like
impact.
Gerardino, like 15 years ago. Do you remember? Away to Celtic. AC Milan, Celtic AC Milan. That was the worst I've ever, like in 2010 or something. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, but yeah,
go on.
I don't remember that personally, but I'll take your word
Mm.
for that.
Oh
But
yeah.
no, yeah. So I just don't understand that side of things, and it's very
Mm.
confusing as a fan to have all these instances over the past few weeks where they're like, "Oh, contact there equals penalty," or "contact there equals no penalty because of this or that," and he hasn't touched the ball. He's touched the man. The man's gone down. Whether he's gone down theatrically or not, he's still gone down because of contact.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So
People tend
it's
people. That's a very, very, very good point. I feel because that it feels like people tend to look more at how
yeah,
he sort of are doing something in the air, like mid-air,
yeah,
basically. But that doesn't really matter because it was because of the kick.
yeah,
How he fucking acts in the air, it doesn't fucking matter. If you want to fly like a fucking bird, then okay, whatever.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
And the most telling point of all of that was that Burns' reaction was not to go to the referee and be like, he's a fucking cheating diving. You know, if someone's dived, a player is in the referee's face calling him XYZ diving bastard or whatever. And Burn would look round at the referee and was kind of like, yep, I caught him, kind of thing, like, oh shit, here comes the yellow, I'm off. And then he obviously booked the Brentford player. So when it happened a second time, Burn was just kind of like, yep, yep, okay, I understand.
I
It's
haven't seen it.
you
I
need
want
to
to have a look at the
have a look at it,
highlights.
and
So
we'll
yeah, I
maybe
will.
touch upon it very quickly at the start of the next podcast. But
Yeah,
I'm
which will be in next week actually, because of the international break. We're not doing any international break podcast, so to speak. So since it's a Premier League podcast and Premier League's not playing, so
yep,
loads of time for us to get our facts straight. And
yeah,
okay,
exactly right. Um, but yeah, so great result for Brentford in the end, obviously, and Thiago with another two goals. What spoke about Coyote earlier with his throw in. They scored straight off that from the first one. Pope comes out and I don't know where he is. He's in no man's land. He's come to try and punch it and missed it and flicked on and Sade's there and heads it into an empty net basically. So it's a weapon for Brentford.
there you go. Another game where Baltimore didn't score. And that's been something we've touched upon as well. Like what happens to Newcastle when he stops scoring? How and when will he get back to that? And
Hmm.
it's just a little something to follow as well. Right, moving on then, shall we? Crystal Palace Brighton, mate.
Crystal
0-0
Palace,
stalemate.
Brighton. Listen, mate, not too much to touch upon for me. I didn't see the game. I didn't particularly want to watch the highlights. Uh,
Could have gone either way for me. It's a Brighton win, Crystal Palace win, fucking draw. I don't know, but Crystal Palace, they did cost me money because they that was the game I needed. I needed them to win to get top tips it
uh,
right. But anyway, so yeah, 0-0 Crystal Palace Brighton. Neither of them, I think, are particularly disappointed or mad about the result. It's expected. Maybe you should expect at least a, a couple of goals looking at the teams, but uh, yeah, 0-0, sure.
yeah. Yeah, I like I said, I didn't have time to watch this one, not seen the highlights or anything like that. Obviously, a bit of a derby
Yeah.
uh, slash rivalry, as we had a bit of a back and forth about last week. But yeah, it's got nothing to say, nothing to add on that, unfortunately. Um, all good from me, mate.
Right. So let's go to Nottingham Leeds then. 3-1 that one ended. Um,
Nottingham Leeds.
do you see do you see this as a sort of a revival for Nottingham?
Uh, certainly expect. I don't see it as a. If we talk about revivals, I'm not. They're not going to be European football or anything like that this season. or next season, I should say, they're obviously in Europe this season. They're not going to finish in the European places this
No,
season, but it's a good sign in terms of their survival and whether they'll be in a relegation fight come the end of the season.
it is, yeah.
Um, though these
Massive win
relegation
for
teams,
them,
man.
actually. Looking at the table,
Oh yeah,
real six to this.
kind of
You
bunches
know,
everything up, doesn't it? At the bottom there,
hey,
it kind of bunches everything up at the bottom. Bar,
yeah, yeah,
bar obviously Wolves, but
yeah, but yeah, especially since West Ham won and Nottingham won, they are just leaving Wolverhampton further behind. They're on 2 points, and they have like up 7 points up to 19th placed Nottingham, I think it is.
Mhm.
So
It's going to be
that's
tough.
something for them to, yeah, a bit tough, yeah.
Going to be tough, but yeah, like I say, it's bunched up now. Forest have got themselves back in there, same as West Ham. Um, it's yeah, it's interesting to be honest. But I'm glad to see Amari Hutchinson get an assist as well. I saw the goal. He
Hmm.
Murillo switch of play brought it down nicely. I think left back for Leeds showed him basically allowed him to come back onto his favoured left foot, which is the only place he was ever going to try and get to from the byline there. Cuts inside and dinks a nice ball into Gibbs White, who finishes to go 2-1 up. Then they get a penalty at the end when Hutchinson takes past Jack Harrison, brings him down in the box. So a good performance from Hutchinson in terms of his contributions. Someone that I guess they'll try and get a lot out of having signed him for a fair old bit of penny from Ipswich. There is definitely a player in there as well, so interesting to see how he's used by Dyche.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect. Right. I mean, yeah, yeah. So we'll see where this takes Nottingham. I don't know how many players will leave for the international break for Nottingham. I don't know. They have a few.
I think they've got quite a few to be fair.
Yeah, they do maybe. It's not a good time for them then maybe to leave on an
Liverpool,
international break.
Liverpool at Anfield next for them as well.
Hmm.
So interesting.
Yeah, it is. Right. 3-1 Nottingham leads. Fantastic results. Manchester City Liverpool 3-0. We called it.
You say we again, mate, and it's you.
I want to involve you.
I appreciate that. And listen.
It
It
just
finished.
matters to me that you know that I did it, but then I can easily say just it was we, yeah. It was us. Mm.
It actually, yeah, it finished 8-7 to you. So I'll give you your flowers, mate. Fantastic. Two exact results from you this week out of the 10 games, which is very, very good. And like you say, you called this one 3-0 to Man City. Any particular reason for that? Uh, prediction?
Yeah, it was a gut feeling. First of all, Erling Haaland to score. That was a more or less of a no-brainer for me. And I know that somebody spoke about Liverpool, how to expose them like tactically.
Hmm.
So they lose the ball here and there in the middle of the pitch. They don't really have the backup from the defense or whatever that was. And so I thought to myself, like, well, if there's anybody who can exploit that, it's Guardiola, right?
Hmm.
So, and also Liverpool having played Real Madrid, the energy draining I can imagine, playing Real Madrid at home, and then for them to recharge their batteries, going to up to Eastlands, then it was never going to go well here, I think, for Liverpool. So yeah, they they scored the 1-1. Uh, didn't count, obviously, rightly so. So there's where you do not agree.
Yes, we do not agree on this, which I find baffling.
Mhm.
Not really baffling because I understand the thought process, I guess, in terms of his offside. Yeah, he's stood in an offside position, of course. But
Mm.
he is not interfering in any way, shape, or form from Donnarumma trying to save that ball. If he's not stood there, does Donnarumma save the ball? Does he? Does
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
Does he save
exactly.
it?
That's the only little thing there. It's just, he might have done a little bit better, and that might have been enough. That's my point of
In
that's
terms,
how I
okay,
see it.
yeah, I get
And
that,
also, that player has to move a little bit for the ball to go in. So
of course. But he's not tried to
for me,
play the
that's enough.
ball. He's tried to get out of the way of the ball.
Mm.
So it doesn't. It just because he's stood in an offside position doesn't mean he's offside.
No,
Because
no, yeah, but it was still
he's not in the
in the
eye
way of the
line of the
ball.
goalkeeper. If someone tells me that one more time, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. He's not in the eyesight
No,
of the.
no, no, no,
Donnarumma
no,
can
it's
see
not.
clearly.
But he has to move in terms of the ball
Yes, I
to
agree
go
with
in.
that. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, in no way, shape, or form has the movement of Robertson impacted Donnarumma diving.
It might have, it might have done though a little bit.
I, s-
So
I
it's
can't.
just
I would.
he's over there. Then I just have to not throw. I won't be able to throw myself as far as I would like to.
No.
Maybe I'm saying maybe, perhaps.
I I'd be the first person to sit here and say that the Liverpool fans are just fucking moaning and get over it and blah blah blah. But
Mhm.
I completely am on their side for this one because I do not understand how that has been ruled out. Because in my mind, if he's not stood there, he still doesn't save the ball. He's not
It's
stopped,
interesting for me that
stuttered.
the Liverpool players didn't really complain about it, right? It's just they just went on with it basically.
Because yeah,
A
but
little bit from Robertson was like, oh, no, 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 no.
yeah, because I think
No, that,
if
that was for the penalty. Sorry. That was
yeah,
for the
because
penalty. Yeah,
I think it's one of those things where if he's in the sight of the goalkeeper, even just marginally, where like if the ball's over there and he's ever so slightly here in eye sort of shot, but he's to the side, he's off to the side. He's
yeah.
not
Then
dived, and like if he had dived, for example, for me, if he had dived, and then obviously Robertson's right there, and he's kind of you know, cut short his dive or his arm's not fully extended because of Robertson's there or whatever. I'd completely agree. Yeah, he's interfering, but he's not. He's dived for it. He can't get there. He has no impact on it, in my opinion. And I feel I those are the type of goals I don't want to see disallowed.
sure.
Do you know what I mean? If for example, like it was a header from a corner, okay, great. But if that was a 25-yard volley from fucking Szoboszlai that goes in the top corner, and Robertson has to duck a little bit because it's just shaved on top of his head and goes in, everyone would be like, we can't disallow goals for that because
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Well, it's a very good point that you
So
have there. So
I'm just yeah, listen, I'm just of the opinion that those ones should not be called offside. If he's blocking the goalkeeper's lines of sight, yes. Very similar to fucking Stamford Bridge the other week
mhm.
when Sunderland went and won the winner. The player was in front of Sanchez, but not in the line of the ball. So Sanchez clearly see where the ball's going.
Yeah,
The ball goes past the player.
but that
Sanchez
was
doesn't know
much
if
much more of a goal though
yeah, yeah,
from the players.
but the point being the ball goes past the player, right?
Mhm.
Sanchez doesn't know if that player is going to touch the ball, if it's going to deflect off that player or anything.
Mhm.
Surely that's interfering in that instance as in this scenario where it impacts his judgment to save the ball. So if do you see what I mean? The
Yeah,
differences there are obviously differences and similarities, and you can pick and choose which one, etc. But I just don't want to see goals ruled out for that unless he's in the line of sight of the goalkeeper and causing an issue, being a problem, fucking pulling at the goalkeeper like Ben White used to do, and things like
yeah,
that. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I'm
So I get your point, but I don't. I also understand people who like myself. It's for me. It is in a way. Um, uh, you know, as far as uh, offside is being concerned. I don't know. It's just it's all right for me. It's an okay decision, but I understand your point obviously as well.
I just
Um,
I wanna see this in real time. Yeah, so he stood by Donnarumma to his left. The ball comes in to Van Dijk, and he's already moving away from him. Donnarumma's at full stretch. He's not saving it. He's ducked, as I guess maybe a what do you call it? Hey, the big
got two
man.
people now. I got two people now doing the podcast, ending up, just finishing the podcast in a really good manner.
Yeah,
Some royalty here visiting.
he's had his own that,
Royalty.
mate. He's full of beans
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
For the visually impaired Spotify listeners, Robin's got his young son with him now.
Yeah. Super duper young. Super
Ending the
duper young.
podcast on a high. Fantastic. Brilliant,
Yeah.
mate. We don't need to discuss it any further, to be honest, but Donnarumma should have said, I mean, should have been a goal.
Yeah. And I want to say that as well. It could have been 1-1, and that would have obviously been
Completely changed it.
yeah. And even though it hadn't like impacted the game as such, this could have been Manchester City could have been 4-0 up, and this could have been the 4-0 or the 4-1 goal then.
Mm.
But that could still impact the big picture then later on in the Premier League. Because I believe that loads of teams, it's going to come down to goal difference. So even though it won't impact the game as such, it's just a goal is a goal still.
Yeah.
So it is important actually.
Oh yeah, I get that. I get that sentiment as well, to be fair. That's kind of why it's important. You know, those games where it's say 4-0, for example,
Yeah.
and they play like, oh, there's 2 minutes added on.
Mm.
But strangely, there's only 2 minutes in a game that's finished, like a game that's over. But if
Yeah,
it's nil
exactly.
nil, there's 12 minutes added on or whatever because
Yeah.
it's there still needs to be the integrity of that.
Don't press it.
Um,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
golden.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
golden.
exactly.
Just sat there. Honestly,
He's trying to press every fucking single button. But yeah, it's
you tap away there, young man. You tap away. Shut this
but yeah.
operation
Anyway,
down.
any decision, any goal, conceding a goal or
Yeah,
whether you score a goal or not, or it's just
it can be critical
you
at the
know
end of the season. Yeah.
in the long run, yeah,
Mhm. Agreed.
get get it fucking straight.
Get it straight, mate. No
Yeah.
swearing from me now, fella.
Shall we just say goodbye to the line? Shall we wave? Vinka.
How's his English?
It's improving.
Good man.
We say hey,
Yeah.
hey.
There we go. That wasn't daddy at all, was it?
That was just me actually. Yeah.
Mate, he's a carbon copy of you.
I heard. I see.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
Oh,
Uh,
goodness.
because I know who he came out from. That I know. Apart from that, well,
It's up for discussion.
it's up for discussion.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, he
I think
knows
there's a
how
few
to
things we
wave. He
might.
knows he knows how to say yeah, like thank you. He knows the high five. He's really good at.
Let's put him on the spot then.
Alvin, high five. No, it's because you are on the fucking screen. High five. High five. Alvin, high five, my papa. Nope.
Nope.
New guy on the screen there. A really interesting guy.
They say to never work with animals or kids, mate. So uh
Well,
maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
really fun ending it to the podcast this week, and you wanted us to mention in every single episode that we want people to subscribe to our channel, FullTime
yes.
15 on YouTube. We will have previews up on Saturday morning, 7 a.m., 6 a.m.
Yes.
if you're in England, and then the reviews, not this particular one, but that will be up 7 a.m. or 6 a.m., depending on where you are in the world,
Mhm.
on Monday mornings. Uh, Now we'll
Absolutely.
have an exception now for the international break. We need to recharge our batteries as well. Huh?
Yeah, you got your hands full there, mate. Um, New routines for you on parental
Yeah,
leave.
exactly.
But before we shoot, mate, you've got I
Parental leave almost sounds like Premier League, so it's close enough. Yeah, yeah,
it's
go on.
it's close enough. But you do have a shout out, I believe you need to do as well.
Yeah. So I met this guy in Copenhagen. He used to play for MK Dons, like the under under 18s or under 19s. I don't know, but Dele Alli was there at the same time, so he used to play with him. And there was also another guy that he mentioned. I can't really recall. Obviously, we were having
Heavily
drinks and drinks and
intoxicated.
drinks. Yeah, exactly. So, but anyway, I promised him to give him a shout out to just to him, and he promised to give us a comment, a share, and a couple of listens, and maybe even subscribe. So that's so big for us.
Absolutely, mate. The things you do for subscribers, eh?
Mate, tell me something I won't do. I will do some weird shit. Yeah, Leon Taylor, I think his name was.
I was going to ask you that if you could just say his name as well, that'd be fantastic. Just so
Yeah, exactly. I
it's
just
a
I
shout
just I
out.
ju- just realized I forgot that. So, right, Leon Taylor, nice to see you. Nice to meet you, and hopefully you have subscribed by now, and you are one of maybe five. I don't know
One
how.
of one
Yeah,
of thousands as we're preempting this down the line.
yeah,
No, lovely stuff, mate. I'll let you crack on. Got your hands full there.
yeah, definitely.
We'll speak soon, all right?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, you have a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Lyle's got the stats stack high. Robin's got a hot take flying by. The chatting goals and red card cries. Talking Premier League all night.
15 minutes, they keep it tight, but the banter's hotter than a Friday night.
Full-time 15, grab a brewski cold. Talking football stories, legends and gold. From the pitch to the mic, they're keeping it clean. Praying to the podcast guys, they don't get seen. Robin says, Lyle, you're dreaming, mate. The striker's toast, not worth the wait.
Loud fires back, you're out of your mind. His boots are magic, give it some time.
Two voices clash, but it's all in fun.
Football debates till the match is won.
Full-time 15, grab a brewski cold. Talking football stories.